Hello, all North Node signs. Welcome to your 2025 reading. So, we're taking it back to the original spread that I started my North Node readings with. Um, so, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning or have moved over from Feminist Alchemist here to North Node Alchemy, welcome back. And so, let me run you through the spread that we will be doing for each sign, each North Node sign, 2025. So we have the universal energies coming in the four corners. These are the big overarching energetic themes, vibrational themes running through your year. Then we will consult the 5D, your 5D self, your higher self, what messages and guidance that version of you has for this version of you that's watching. Where do they feel you should focus your attentions for your growth and expansion? Then we will move to the 3D. What type of situations will come up in your physical reality in order to bring about those critical lessons and moments of growth and expansion? Then we will take some clarifiers and advice on how to deal with these 3D physical reality situations. The next rung of cards, I will take one in each corner to represent each quarter of the year. So when I do this spread, this particular placement of the cards changes in theme. So for this 2025 yearly reading, it will represent what expansive soul lessons you have coming in each particular season, quarter of the year. And finally, we'll take your final oracles, and that will be it. So do keep in mind that these are general readings, so not everything will resonate with you. So take what does and leave the rest for whoever else needs to hear that message at this time. Do subscribe to the channel. It does help me connect better to your energy. And it signals to your guides and my guides that you are open to receive messages through this particular channel. So with that, I will move on to each of your North Node placements. See you there. Hello, hello to everyone with their North Node in Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. While I was shuffling your cards, preparing the decks for your reading, I got a pain in my right foot. I heard something about creature comforts and general this feeling of feeling rushed, and the rushing being detrimental or causing more upheaval, more discomfort. I heard, where are your feet leading you? Where are your comforts leading you? What are your comforts leading you into? So, okay, interesting. All right, and take out these cards for your universal energy. These are the big overarching themes for your year of 2025. We have in your first position, Red Native. I used two decks to do this spread, or this part of the spread, so I have to look up the deck that I'm not as familiar with. So this card number 11. So sorry, the first card was number 34, Red Native. The second card is number 11, Infinite Possibilities. The next is Intuitive Arts Guide. That is card 38. Card 14 is Footprints, and those two came out together. So they are working together. And then card 36 in this deck that I'm less familiar with is Self-Talk. Sagittarius North Node. These two cards came out for your counterpart, Gemini North Node, as well. So there are themes here of generational, something that's going through your generations because of Red Native and the footprints that you have in the other corner here. Let me move it over so you can see it. There are themes of generational healing. I feel like I don't want to use, let's say, coined terms, as for each of you, what is going through the generations may be different. It could be you may be more able to embrace them or less able to embrace them. In this case, I feel that there is an inherited ability. There are inherited abilities and inherited traits that are coming to the surface in 2025. I'm feeling and hearing some of you are at a certain juncture in your life, a certain age, possibly your Saturn return may be significant for you in 2025. You may be at a 7-year chapter in your life. And even if that's not the case, I feel that there's gifts that are going to arise into your awareness where you will have to decide how you want to put these gifts to use with the Infinite Possibilities card. And the Intuitive Arts Guide, some of you may be artists. This also points to that these gifts that are arising feel like ones that you didn't necessarily have to work for. And with those gifts, with some natural abilities, you have the choice to put them into use in productive and creative ways to create many things, anything. So this 2025 could be a year of those types of definitions. With 36 self-talk, which also reduces to the number 9, I feel that some of these gifts that are coming to you, you may not see them as gifts. So 2025 can bring a difference in a deeper understanding. I'm feeling that's the word, deeper understanding of the multifaceted nature of the gifts that you hold, meaning as well that you have free range on how to use a gift. Someone who is a great speaker and a great influencer can influence people for toxic reasons, but can also influence people in positive ways. So this could be a year for you, Sagittarius North Node, where you learn how to be benevolent with your gifts and how to use gifts in ways that are helpful, healing, and ultimately more fulfilling to yourself. We're taking cards for your 5D self now. These are messages from your 5D self, higher self, future self on what aspects should you be aware of, focus on for this next phase of your growth and expansion. your soul's growth and expansion. I've created a collection of workbooks for each North Node sign. Connect with your soul's desires and take an introspective journey into your North Node astrology. This workbook contains self-reflection exercises, guided meditations, and a curated Spotify playlist to accompany on your journey of alignment. Discover your soul today and download your workbook at feministalchemist.com. Which I'm being guided to say is coming home to yourself. The crown chakra, I'm going to take this one at the bottom, which is compassion. And this one that flew over is alchemy. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm just feeling that this may want to go down here, but no, I'm saying it's there. Okay, so great. Your 5D self has the message of originality. It's guiding you towards being aware of originality. It says the frequency of originality supports our capacity to be unique and original creators of unlimited possibilities in every moment. So we have a confirmation there between this infinite possibilities card in the corner and this originality card that's also talking about unlimited possibilities. So 2025 is bringing to your attention all of the possibilities, opportunities that you have available to you. Your higher self, future self is asking you to focus on joy, card 28, which adds up to 10. You have card 28 twice. This is two decks that I blended together. They're both the two sacred geometry decks by the same creator. And first, you have joy. The energy of joy activates our feelings of happiness and well being and supports a high vibrational frequency in our being. So, you're being asked to focus on your joy. You're being asked also to focus on some earthly. I'm hearing, well, I heard earthly desires. What it is that you want to see in physical reality. And this is asking you to think big, very big, because you're being asked to not just think about you. Whether you are consider yourself as big fish in a small pond or a small fish in an ocean, you are being reminded that your existence is meaningful and significant. And this card, Gaia, says the frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. You're being asked to remember your self-worth, your innate self-worth, as in you are born of the universe and are therefore worthy of the unconditional love that the universe has to offer you. What you think about, you bring about. In the card 9, attraction, the energy of attraction amplifies the qualities that attract and support us on our journey toward inner balance and harmony. And your journey towards inner balance requires some taking of inventory of your mindset, what you think about yourself, what you say about yourself, and being guided to the fact that joy and Gaia are both number 28, which adds up to 10, and this card 9, and self-talk being card 36, which also adds to 9, that what is at the root underneath this fulfillment, this ultimate fulfillment, is being aware that how you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself, ultimately attracts certain experiences to you. And you're being guided to allow this divine intervention, this understanding of yourself as a child of the divine, as a blessed being as a worthy being, for that to be a reality in your physical reality. And it doesn't have to be proven by anyone else. It starts with you. What you believe will be shown evidence of outwardly. And the crown chakra card says the frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. Your future self is encouraging you to take any negativity, any negative thoughts, any criticisms that feel like they're not constructive, they cut you down, and they discourage you from pursuing living the life that you imagine, that you release that in some form to the universe in whichever way feels comfortable to you. It could be in journaling, it could be in ritual, throwing, wishes or things you wish to release into a river or the sea. You could even flush them down the toilet, you can burn them, but find something that for you, and they're saying you may have to do this on a regular basis, regular intervals in 2025 to release, because your creativity and your gifts are something that were in you at birth and were passed down to you through your lineage. Now, I'm hearing that some of you may not like your lineage. You may not get along with those that you know of your lineage. And you may be at a place where you don't feel that you can embrace them fully. They may have also passed down things to you that you feel not proud of, for example. That's the word I'm going to use, that you don't necessarily feel proud of. Your higher self would like you to be aware that with everything that you don't necessarily like, they gave you a lot of also gifts. They didn't just give you curses or challenges. They also gave you a lot of gifts, and they gave you the gifts to help you move more gracefully through and powerfully through challenges. So you have here, the two cards here are compassion and alchemy. Excuse me. As the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. And then alchemy, the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. So there is having compassion for yourself and having compassion for situations and other people involved in those situations is the first step in you being able to transmute some of the baggage and negativity that may be circling in your subconscious mind and in your emotional body. What you also want to do with that is, you're being reminded, is up to you. And you can live a very unique and prosperous life. I will take the card that was at the bottom of the deck here when I shuffled. It's magic. And I'll read it to you. Card 31, magic. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. So with this originality card, the intuitive arts guide, and the alchemy, this 2025 for you is really about endless possibilities and expressions. So we're getting many confirmations that some of you listening to this are really in a creative field in some way. Creativity also is in science, in architecture, in robotics. Creativity is simply finding something novel, being inspired, being inspired. But some of you may have arts in the more traditional forms, arts disciplines, where self-expression has been, and originality has been a challenge for you. 2025 is the year for you to make some significant strides in finding your voice and allowing, maybe there you go, the magician. You just keep getting confirmation after confirmation that there is a redefinition that you have. You have the opportunity for redefinition right now. So what is going to show up in your 3D reality? What is going to show up? Ow, ow, ow. My hand is hurting. Oh my goodness. Okay. What situations are showing up in your 3D reality to give you the opportunity to bring about these opportunities for growth and expansion? In 2025, Sagittarius North Node. So what we have in the first position is the Magician. You may find yourself feeling confused about all of the opportunities that you have in front of you. Confused, overwhelmed. You may be surprised at how easily you're able to bring about things that you think you want. What can very well happen in 2025 is that, you may feel overwhelmed with the number of possibilities there are, the new possibilities that come in, things that you may have even kind of given up on in the past, or you laid them to rest. Okay, that's not going to pan out. I'm just going to leave it. All of a sudden, circumstances have changed, and that turns out to be a viable option. I'm going to say this before I forget it. This joy card here and the heart here on the pentacle in front of her. And the wand here is just saying to me, we're not at the point where I'm getting advice on what to do about the situations, but joy is going to be your guidance factor with all these opportunities that are ahead of you, or that will be presented to you in 2025. And the fact that your manifestation abilities are being heightened, it's going to be important to be selective and to be clear on what it is you want to create, because you will start creating and have the means delivered to you and the support delivered to you with a much more ease than you have had in the past. The Empress in reverse here. Oh, I'm feeling here self-doubt. And this is much less, this person, this Empress in reverse can signify someone in your external environment who plants seeds of self-doubt within you. But I'm getting a more clear impression that this is you. So take it as it resonates. Often, though, that person had been in our life in the past, and we became that person. We've embodied the criticism, we've embodied the doubt, the existential fear, the lack mentality, the fear of not being good enough, because we've been told that before. I do feel in 2025, you will, wherever the self doubt comes from, you will be faced with needing to confront this self doubt in whichever field or in whichever area of your life that may be affecting. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. Ooh, yeah. This is a very positive reading for you, Sagittarius North Node. I just feel that you're going to be asked what your ideal living situation looks like, what your ideal life looks like, so that you can create it and so that it can be co-created with the universe. That also means, if you are creating art, what type of artist do you want to be? If you are an entrepreneur or you, okay, let me slow down. What do you want to create in the world as well? Not all of you are entrepreneurial, but some of you should have, at least in part, an entrepreneurial side hustle or something that you do that allows your gifts to be used in a way where you dictate how they're used. Those opportunities will be in front of you in 2025. And it's important that when those opportunities come, that you have an answer for the universe. If the space is made, then fill it. You'll need to fill it before it just gets filled by sheer. Remember at the beginning, the first thing I said is, where is your comfort zone leading you? The pain in my foot said, where is your comfort zone leading you? Is it leading you into things that are, you're used to them, but they're not fulfilling to you? They're not the best, they're not your best life or your favorite life. That's a term that I like that people have been using. What is your favorite life, the favorite version of your future that you can imagine, and favorite use of your time, and favorite things that you can enjoy, what brings you joy. Because I'm just going to stop there. Because I'm already pulling your advice cards and I'll let the advice speak. If you're wondering how you can work with the North Node in your life, check out my free tip sheet for living in your North Node. It helps you move with conscious awareness and offers practical steps for integrating the North Node in your life. This 2-page download gives you a summary of your North Node sign and a chart of key actions that you can take. Download your free tip sheet today at feministalchemist.com. So we have advice on the Magician is the Ace of Jars. Advice on the Seven of Pentacles is the Strength card and the Two of Pentacles. Advice on the Empress is the Five of Wands in reverse. And advice on the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles is a bunch of cards. It's 3 cards. Not so bad. Excuse me. The Hermit, the Seven of Wands, and the King of Swords. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. I'm being called to put the Tower here in the middle. So, your tower would be a self-imposed tower. This is what I'm hearing. There's no signs here, Sagittarius North Node, in terms of your life path and soul's purpose, soul path. Your North Node energy is signifying that there will be no external shock to your world unless you initiate it. So with the Magician and the Ace of Jars clarifying, or your advice for the Magician is exactly what I had said previously with the Joy card, there is that you're being asked to make sure that you are consulting your heart, your emotions, what brings you joy, what makes you experience the sweetness of life, what feels like a sweet life to you. Don't be cautious not to create out of ego, revenge, what looks good to other people, what's on trend, what will feed you in the moment, a fleeting fulfillment, what will feed you long term, what will give you a deep sense of fulfillment. And in viewing your options, you have the guidance of the Strength card, which is card number 8, and the Two of Pentacles. This is about balancing it's about choices. Know that you can choose things that are, you want a bit of luxury, you want a bit of fun, you want a bit of, spiritual fulfillment. That what you are balancing within yourself your own desires and understanding the duality of your own nature. I feel that you're also understanding work-life balance. Some of you may throw yourself wholeheartedly into one or the other. But I feel here, let's look at this card. That you're to understand that you can be a danger to yourself when not balanced. Right? When you're not emotionally balanced, you can be a danger to yourself. How and for what reason, I'm not sure, or I'm not getting into that. So take that how it resonates. But what I'm hearing is that when you go to one extreme or the other, it's detrimental to you because maybe you feel guilty for something, maybe you burn yourself out, maybe you overindulge in a food or a substance, maybe it ends up neglecting certain responsibilities. But in any case, there's a need for a balance between your physical needs and your spiritual needs. But in that, also remember not to judge yourself for any of the seeds that you have planted or any of the desires that you have. Just run them through this joy meter. the what measures your true happiness. The Five of Wands in reverse is guiding you not to engage in debate with other people about what's good for your life. Don't ask for justification. Don't expect understanding. I'm also feeling that you shouldn't necessarily even run ideas by people. Because if you're looking for doubt, you will find it. If you express your doubt, people will mirror your doubt. And unfortunately, that's kind of the energy in 2025 here for you, is that I'm not seeing people who can help you navigate your doubt. Unless it's like a therapist who has nothing to do with you, right? There may be one coming up here. But this is very much, if there's going to be any battle, leave it to it being an internal one, and leave it to your wanting the optimistic one to win, right? I'm not seeing here that you need to. Oh yes, no, we already said, and I will repeat. Yes, you need to give this conflict that comes up within you, rather than perpetuating it by having conversations with friends on the phone, or digging deep into it with a good friend. It's better that you release your I heard release your inhibitions, that's one, but release your concerns to the universe and your guides. So in the last position here, you have the Hermit, the Seven of Wands, and the King of Wands. Or sorry, King of Swords. Oh, I feel like this is someone that you need to become, this King of Swords. Because the Hermit is telling me that isolation is key, or time to yourself is key, time with yourself is key, in order to really assess this inventory of what you have for gifts inside of yourself. The Seven of Wands, about being that unique being. And as I say being, notice that this is the bee tarot, so there's bees all over it. And I have here the symbolism that, everyone likes honey, but for the most part, people run away from bees. Right? You can't get more polarized than that. But what they make is so sweet and delicious, and they're so important to the ecosystem. And you have to understand that your deepest truths, desires, heart's desires are important to our ecosystem. You bring sweetness to life. You bring sweetness to what you do. You bring sweetness to other people's existence in just being the uniqueness that is you. And therefore, being this King of Swords, where you are discerning and clear about what you want, clear about your opinion, discerning about, you could be graceful about other people's opinions, but you're clear on what yours are, and you know what you will allow to be attached to you in terms of an opinion or criticism, and what you will, cut loose. What you will cut loose because it's a thread that's draining you from your ability to create that which is beneficial to yourself and your soul and everyone around you. I also heard, don't expect people to know, to really truly understand how valuable what you do is. There's a need here to not look for validation. So let's see what your expansion journey is going to look like quarter by quarter in 2025. What are the main themes of expansion for Sagittarius North Node in January, February, March? Which one am I taking? Because 2 just dropped. That goes there. This goes here. I'll tell you what's what soon. Right now, things are not coming down in order. That is worth coming out. So what we have here, I'm going to put this one out for you because it just looks so nice. So we have January, February, March, we have the Ace of Embers. So in the first part of the year, there will be first 3 months of the year, there will be all of these inspirations. I feel like a new fire lit under you to try new things, to put out new products I think you're going to be testing your hand at a few different things and a few different ways of expressing yourself, testing out new routines, new ways of being, new creative habits, new physical habits. There's a lot of newness for you in terms of your actions in the world in the first 3 months. I also hear that you will be receiving a magic wand of sorts. That could be a physical wand, it could be a metaphysical wand, but there is a wand. Sacrifice in reverse. This is the Hanged Man in reverse. I feel here, I feel that you'll be pulling dreams and ideas down into physical reality. Some of your biggest imaginations, grandest imagined ideas, you'll be pulling into the physical in April, May, June. They have the potential to really start to take shape or to start to feel like a reality in April, May, June. July, August, September, you have the Elementalist, which I was feeling with this this Empress in reverse. The Elementalist is really being able to hone your craft and your skills using the different elements to create, to alchemize a lot of magic. You'll be capable of a lot in July, August, September. You'll be capable of creating, you'll be capable of transmuting, you can have the potential to make great strides in whatever you choose as a profession. In having mastery in your life, mastery over your gifts and talents, especially those that you have inherited through your ancestral line. Ooh. Yeah, I just feel there's going to be a lot of creation in that period. And then October, November, December, we have the Five of Lotuses, which is the Five of Cups. And I'm feeling that this represents losing by then this transformation may be complete. There may be some grievances. You may lose some people along the way. You may lose, but I feel this is a more of a celebratory Five of Lotuses, right? There's things that you are just very happy to get rid of. This negative self-talk, this self-doubt, you will have been able to prove to yourself that you are capable, that you're gifted, talented, and capable at whatever you choose. And I feel that throughout the year, you'll be able to at the end of the year, you'll be able to take inventory of all of the places where you were able to create and make magic where there wasn't before, where you may have struggled before. Because sitting out here is this Nine of Trees that was at the bottom of the deck, which is the Nine of Pentacles, and you see this lovely palace. And this is about enjoying the fruits of your labor, enjoying all that you've created. So you go from here with the Seven of Pentacles, where you have lots of options and the need to choose and wait and see what grows. But with all the options coming out and you passing them through the barometer of your heart and taking aligned actions and having an aligned mindset and a clear mindset, by the end of the year, you will be very well poised to enjoy the fruits of your labor thus far and to see a pathway forward for more and for a long lasting fulfillment. Let's get your final oracles here. So in the middle here, we have 42, gateways of light, infinite. I have unlimited access to the divine mind. Then we have 27, the storyteller, intention. I am the narrator of my life. And last but not least, one more for Sagittarius North Node, please. One more to close the reading. Thank you very much. And one more. I feel there's one more. This is the longest shuffle I've had all day. One more for Sagittarius North Node. I'm not feeling. I didn't hear that there's no other card for you. Okay. 26, the triple star grid, align. I connect and align with my higher consciousness. And well, two other flipped over, so I'm just going to keep going. 38, the fallen star, shame. I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. And 30, the mystic, magic. Of course, magic had to come out again for you. I weave my magic and surrender to the universe. So Sagittarius North Node, do check out the North Node resources in the description box below. I do hope this was helpful to you, and I hope that some of those resources can help you along your journey further. And I will see you next time. Until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.